What's up? What's up? I'm an artist, producer. Recently started producing. My name is Choppa. Out. I have two. No, let me see. Yeah, two projects out right now. I have one on the way. It's still in the works. I was just trying to, finish up. Life kind of gets, I get busy and stuff, and so I can't complete the things that I want to in the time that I say. But I got another one, yeah. So two out right now. I start thinking like, yeah, I've been rapping for 6 years, making music 6 years, but I'm just getting started at the same time. I gotta, it's yeah, like you're saying, it's hard. I was just putting out music and just, I guess you could say, working on my craft until I start connecting out here in Los Angeles. Then that's when I start meeting people. I've already met like a bunch of people already coming out here in the last 2 years. So, you know, I guess, it's difficult. I can't. There's not much I can speak on out there about the music until now. It's starting. I'm starting to work with people there. There's more people starting to make music out there, and I'm starting to connect a little bit, but not crazy. I started listening to like rap pretty young, probably like 2010. It wasn't until 2016 that I really got into music. Influences, I would say, ASAP Rocky, Kendrick, um, Ye, Travis, Ray Shremmer, Odd Future, like Tyler Creator. There's a list that goes on and on. And recently inspired by Brent, Baby Keem. There's so many artists that I've been inspired by, um, and I take that and I make it my own. Yeah, I'll definitely start with the beat. And even that, I'll build it with my own melodies or something like that, and then sometimes I can like hum vocals, and then being able to kind of like not sing but able to kind of like make a melody with my voice. I can use that and then kind of like play it out on the MIDI keyboard, you know what I mean? So it helps me do that. Like I said, I do melodic rap now, but I used to do kind of what you call like lyrical rap. I forgot to mention J. Cole. Totally forgot to mention J. Cole. Rap of that nature. I listened to, like I said, Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt in the time that I was making, that lyrical rap. And I do find my music changing a lot, every day. It's like every day because it's like, I started making music. Then in 2022, I started producing. Then you start hearing this, you have a different ear for music after you become a producer. I won't say I'm like a, producer. I say I would, like an artist producer. I know what I like. I can make the music that I like to make, simple like that, you know what I mean? And I find it changing every single day. New melodies, new ways to integrate, samples into my music and all sorts of things. It's so hard to bring everything here to explain, but every day's changing, every day. The most typical way is I'll draft out a song. I usually in-house recording, but when I really want to sit down and take my time and get some visuals out of it, I'll probably take it to the booth. But yeah, usually at my crib, and I'll just draft it, whether it has the entirety of the chorus in it, the idea of the chorus in it, same thing for the verse, same thing for the intro, whether it's any of those. um Next day I'll probably come back to it, maybe come back to it in a week, and then I'll do 4 different songs in one day. One may be finished, two may be finished, kind of every way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll probably make 3 songs every other day. I don't make because I like to produce too. I like to do one day producing, one day being the artist. You know what I'm saying? Almost here. I forgot to mention Metro Boomin. Okay, his last album. Oh, and Trav. I like the way he's almost painting a picture with his entire albums, and they're start to finish. It's like it's it's curated so well that you want to do something like that. So I do that with every song. Um, I make an intro, and then I really like have the chorus, and I sit down and change. You know what I'm saying? And I really take time. So I do approach music so different now. I can kind of like I have so much control. I don't have to go ask, hey, make me a beat, make me a beat. I'm like, sometimes I'll do it for the moment and everything, but you know, I could make myself a whole album, which I'm working on right now. I'm working on a lot of stuff right now, and it's like, you know, it changes every single day. Um, New flows, you know, it's dope. The homie, his name is Hayes, Luke Hayes. He's one of my producer homies. He kind of like taught me. And shouts out JP. He's the one who introduced um, Hayes to me. You know what I mean? They came over, and I have been that whole month, like maybe even prior to that, like years. You know, I've been trying to make beats. I can never make a whole beat and make the cadence work and put the drums together and put the loop. I was always just kind of like a beat maker, but I could never put it together for sure. You know, there was maybe one time where I did it, but how I did it and was able to do it was kind of did it at my house. He showed me how to do this and that. He was like, hey, do this. Here's the sauce. Long story short, next night I made a beat. Next night, so on and so forth. Fucking 3 months later, I'm making beats. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Use your sources, people. Go online, obviously online. I mean, I got like I went to what do you call it, Guitar Center sometimes where I get like, you know, some equipment, and these other stores like music stores, and I get those like the piano, how to type like chords or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The MIDI keyboards, yeah. So you kind of learn how to do that. So you could use that if you don't want to look online and do all this. YouTube helps all the time, but just connect with people. And if it's better if you do it in real life. But if you can't do that, then you know, do YouTube research, watch your favorite artists, do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, just chase it. You know what I'm saying? It's not as hard as it used to be to do these type of things. You know what I'm saying? The resources are all there. I was talking to homie Drew in the car when we were going to a photo shoot about like the versatility and stuff. But dude, there was I think 2020. No, yeah, 2020. Took 6 months off from making music. Didn't touch the laptop. Didn't touch the computer. Nothing. Didn't make a song. Didn't write nothing. Nothing. And that was when I was making lyrical rap, and then I lost it. I kid you not, I lost it. I couldn't even flow on a beat. And then that whole time I was listening to, you know, like Keem, and I was listening to Kendrick, and I was listening to Brent, and I was listening to like other artists that were, you know, more melodic. And that's where I got my inspiration to switch. I was like, fuck, I can't do that old shit anymore. I gotta keep going. I can't just give up. And then I did that, and that was crazy. Like that shit. Yeah, it was like 3 years ago that I switched. It was insane. But I was in the booth in that song. That song's called Hot Shot. And I was like, let me clash both styles. Because sometimes the auto-tune that I use, you know, because I kind of flow with that, you know. And I use it without it, obviously, too. But sometimes you could mash that without auto-tune. And that's what I did in that song. And I was like, I this year, I'm pretty sure this, you know, 2023. It's 2024. Early 2023, I tapped back into that flow that I lost somehow. I was like, you know, hella confident in what I was doing. I was making music. I was doing all this. And then somehow I made a song with that old flow. And then this last year, I was like, fuck, let me put them together. I mean, sometimes I don't know how my music pairs well with other features, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me make it sound like it's a feature, but still, you know, my other style. You know what I mean? So I was like, let me just try this shit, because sometimes you get bored, you know what I mean? Like, you just sit there and you're like, fuck, what can I make today? I already made trap yesterday. Like, let me make some sad shit today. Yeah. I made some sad shit the other day. Let me make some house music. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just different. That's how I maximize. I'll probably get bored because I'm doing so much stuff, and then it comes out new flows, new styles. Like, the other day I was just, you know, really into West Coast, so I made like 3 West Coast style songs. So it's like, it's dope. It's dope. Yeah, it really is hard to find that balance. You gotta be responsible. You gotta be disciplined and stay consistent, for sure. Have like a schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know what you're doing, like, there could be problems down the road. You gotta like stop those problems from, you know, happening. For example, like, if I don't schedule my week out, I'm gonna get something on Thursday that I didn't know I was gonna get, you know, on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta prepare for that and make space. You know, I gotta plan my stuff. So I would say, you know, definitely stay consistent stay disciplined. Like, put yourself, don't fucking sit back and don't attack everything that you're doing in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let up. Hold yourself accountable for all the mistakes that you're making and realize that. You know what I'm saying? And grind every day and mix it with your life. If you need to take a break, take a break. You know what's right for you. Jeez, that's one thing that's really hard. And what I was saying is you gotta really stay disciplined, hold yourself accountable for the mistakes. And not, okay, you gotta post, you gotta do this, you gotta make a song, you gotta mix a song, you gotta make a project, you gotta put visuals out, you gotta connect with people, you gotta do so many things. So just, like I said, make a schedule and just, it's hard to stay consistent though. Don't hold yourself, you missed a day or something like that. But just, what I do I just start by what I know, and that's making music. Make the music first. Start there. That's your base right there. If you don't have a good song, then, right. You know what I'm saying? Good luck. Well, what makes my music unique is I know it's original. I'm just like, these are just feelings. Like, the way that I make my music are like emotions. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling mad that day. I gotta make something hard, and I gotta hear the bass, and I gotta go crazy. I'm sad sometimes, and I gotta like play some guitar and like do this or piano, sad piano, minor keys, something like that. I think the versatility, for sure, because, one thing that I also think, every time I listen to my music, I'm like, how do I explain this to people what it is? Like, I always have trouble. I'm like, trap or R&B or this and that. It's like, I just gotta play it for you, bro. I just gotta play. That's why I feel like my music's so unique. I can't even explain it myself. I could listen to other artists and be like, yeah, that's them. Yeah, this. And then I do it's because my brain is like, I'm fucking, I can make this. And I love to listen to like, I even listen to Panic at the Disco, bro. Like, I listen to people like that, like, and I listen to Future, and I listen to, Ye, and I listen to Nas sometimes. I like Andre 3000. I listen to like Otis Redding sometimes. Like random shit. Anything that just is good music. You know what I mean? I listen to like Latin music as well. Anything that's just a vibe. And that's how it gets output in my music, because I say I'm versatile. That's probably my strong suit. That's what I think. I usually engineer my music. Like, I just like to, like I say, I like to have control over, and I like to I want to learn how to do everything and manage my own stuff. So I want to stay in control. So as far as an engineer, that's just me. The homie produces, like I said, Hayes, JP, he does my videos. The other homie Isaiah does the videos too. I work with producer Skips. Like, I got, a couple people just producing, and like 2 people making videos. Solid, small. Because in my city in Santa Barbara, there's not a lot of people. So it's hard to have that, set photographer and that engineer. And there's not many engineers that I really have. Skips will engineer, when I go in the booth with the homies and stuff. So we got a studio that I hit out there. It's called Dub Shack. And, Bams, that's the homie that I record with. And yeah, that's pretty much everybody that I named that I got. Alright, well, I did record at this other studio. It's called Good People's. They're in like Glendale or something like that. And I was making music. It's a whole album. It's unreleased. I don't know if I'm gonna release it. It was dedicated to my cousin who passed away. But the legendary moment in itself was just making such great sounds, putting together a complete project for the first time. Like, that's what I love to do. I actually like to make the music first. Fuck everything else. I just like to, hey, I made a whole album. That shit was dope. And I curated it start to fucking finish. I actually did that shit, and it was like, 12 songs? It wasn't that many songs, like 12 songs, whatever. But, I went out there and was just like, I found myself repeating those songs like 50 times each. You know what I mean? And that was my best moment. 2 projects that I'm simultaneously working on, different styles. The one that's gonna come out is produced fully by me. It's called The Kid. It's probably gonna be like 12 songs long. and I'll shout that out when it's coming out. YouTube is Prod They Love YZ. Instagram is They Love YZ. Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere else is YZ Choppa. SoundCloud too is They Love YZ. I have like old stuff on there. That was like a whole different flow that I couldn't post on all platforms.